So the tech is happening and the comedy is about to happen. I'm going to introduce your host for the evening, and I'm so excited to. This is someone who's actually been with Gold since it was just an idea I had. They're our founding instructor. They helped create our signature stand-up course, and we've evolved into so much more. And they've been with us the whole time. They are hilarious. You can see them on BET. You can hear them on NPR, and you can enjoy them right now. Our instructor and host for the evening, please give it up for Elsa Eli Waite.
Hello. Yes, everybody. I don't know what to do with my lighting, I feel like halfway overexposed and the other half unlocked Mortal Kombat character. I don't know. I have not figured out how to do this light yet. But anyway, this is how we all learn together, okay, in our new post-COVID world. All right, you guys, either this has made you more compassionate or showed your total asshole. You choose, okay? I feel like I'm both at both times now, okay? I don't know when I'm being nice or when I'm being a dick anymore. I've gotten really really comfortable in the house, and I don't know what to do with my hands. What do you do with your hands when we get back out there? Where do I put them? Right? Like I feel like I can't touch everything now, right? Like, oh shit, we can't touch it. Also, I don't want to be a weirdo with my hands in my pocket the entire time, right? Like, do we keep wearing the gloves? Do we wear the gloves? Right? Like, I don't know. We have to figure this out together. So if for the first 3-4 months everybody's weird, rock with it, okay? Like, now's the time, you guys. Honestly, if you've been wanting to jump into somebody's DMs, backflip into that shit, okay? There's no more rules. 2020 has shown us there's no more rules. Nothing is inappropriate anymore, okay? You never know when another global pandemic might happen, okay? So, just live your life. Speaking of which, I'm really glad you guys are here. I can smell the outdoors. Can anybody, smell it? Right, like it's getting warm out, and I seen the black guy with the sweat rag around his neck. It's like a harbinger of good weather. Like when you see that guy, it's about to go down. I seen what I'm gonna call a booty short right now. It was capri pants, but it was I'm like, oh, ankle. I feel like I'm in the old days where I'm like, oh, that's a wrist. Oh, I'm excited, Last year, I had a COVID birthday, right? I had a birthday in May. I had a COVID birthday. And my coworker asked me, what do I want for my birthday? I'm like, titties. I just want titties, right? Titties within 6 feet of me. I don't even have to touch them. Just bring them close. Okay, just bring them close, and they don't even have to be good. One could be up here, one could be down here. I don't care. I just want to see them in a way that's not through a screen. I don't know. You guys, I'm going to be the absolute horrorest of horrors. I've got both of my Fauci ouchies.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready to blast respiratory particles in your way, in your direction. Let's blow it. That's gonna be my new greeting. High five right here, right? It's just we're gonna just walk up to people like, what's up, dude? I'm good, you're good. Let's blow these respiratory particles. I'm still gonna wear my mask at the movie theater. I don't know why. I feel like that's the place I have to wear it. Oh my god, you guys, I'm super excited. I'm just really excited. There's a microphone in front of my face again. This feels right. It's nighttime, right? I'm doing comedy. I am on the second floor. Comedians are supposed to be in basements, but we're getting there. Okay, so look, you guys, I want to start the show, but check this out, please. Feel free to unmute your mic, okay? Unless you are living in a construction zone, unless you are living in some sort of baby nursery or dog pound, go ahead and turn those mics on. We live for the laughter. This feels like when I first started doing comedy and I was just doing it into my mirror, except worse because I don't see some of y'all's faces, okay? So, yeah, I know you're there, but I don't see faces. So let me see your face if you don't turn your mic on. And if you can do both, damn it, do both. If you can do neither, then just show some love in the chat so our comedians know that you're having a good time. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep our background noise and table chatter to a minimum, and we're gonna keep this laughter to an absolute maximum. Are you ready? Let me hear you say yeah. Hey, you guys are here. That's like the first time I heard you. I didn't know. I was worried. Okay, cool. So for your first comedian, you guys, is a recovering lobbyist based in Toronto, Canada, our neighbors to the north who are much better than us. She makes a meager living producing branded content to pollute up your internet feeds. Please, everybody, put your left and right together. Make noise happen right now for Megan Werby, everybody. Megan!
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. Thanks, Elsa. I'm Megan. I am a chronically dissatisfied, lonely, bitter woman, and I know you feel me. As Elsa said, I am from Canada. You might already know this, but like shit is like really bleak for our vaccine rollout. It's actually horrible, and people are so mad at the government right now for all of their screw ups. And I don't mean to sound like a hipster, but like I kind of already had zero faith in elected leaders like before SARS was a thing. I'm over it. Some of my friends call me apathetic. I'm starting to think that apathy would like be an upgrade from where I'm at right now, energy wise. I don't want to say I've like lost my will to live. Sort of like want to live kind of headspace these days. I have like one comfort in that I can find solace in. I think that I escaped a more terrifying reality than the hellscape that we're all living right now, because there is an alternate universe where I still live in my rural hometown in Northern Ontario. And well, Tolstoy said, and please act surprised that I'm into very bleak Russian shit. Tolstoy said, happy families are all alike, and every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. Well, this also applies to shitty small towns. Mine was uniquely depressing. My hometown was so bleak. How bleak was it? Well, when I meet somebody who's like actually proud of where they grew up, I can't even fathom that belief system. Like, and I know that at some core level, I hate my hometown because I hate my inner child and I'm not accepting my identity and my origins. But I'm only at like level 2 of therapy. And I just figured out that therapy is like Dr. Mario. You never win or finish. So like, just hear me out. My small town was so sheltered that we all grew up thinking that Doritos were ethnic food. Yeah, the convenience store guy like almost shot the Frito-Lay delivery man. Get your spicy foreign chips out of here, bud. Corn's meant for creaming and shoving in a can, just like God intended. My hometown was so inbred. How inbred was it? Well, it was so inbred that the only innovation that emerged was discovering new ways to die by snowmobile. And I know what you're thinking, like speed, alcohol, collision. Good guesses, yeah, but that's a little passé. Like, how about choking on siphoned gas? An option. Or like trying to jump over a pile of rusted cars and plunging to a frigid death on thin ice. There were some people who chose the long game. You could just kill your brain cells one by one by huffing the gas in your sled. So yeah, my townies were like iterating, evolving, always innovating, kind of like the new startup bros. Now I live in a big city now, full of these startup bros, and there's ethnic food beyond Doritos. And a very small percentage of the men here in Toronto are missing digits from shop class. And it's made second base thrilling for me. Now, when I first moved here, I was like desperate to prove that I wasn't some yokel. So I made a point of only dating sophisticated older guys. That'll show them, right? That I was really sticking it to the folks back home, hanging out with cool ponytailed divorcees. Take that, townies. Here's a walking goatee buying me risotto. Yeah, like, aging ponytail thing. Like they think that the the hair is like this invisibility cloak for their reading glasses. Like, we're all so distracted by your subversive hairdo. I'm not screaming inside of embarrassment that you're using the flashlight on your phone to read the menu in the restaurant. But I'm finally like closing in on that age gap. I still like them old. And people accuse me of having daddy issues. But I mean, if you saw the guys I dated, it would be clear that I have granddaddy issues. I don't think people understand how very convenient it is to have handles in the bathroom everywhere. And why isn't that just a normal part of an apartment? And you know, the guys I date can hook you up with some pretty great pills. Like, I'm over this whole sterile weed dispensary that feels like an Apple store. I'm rooting around Harold's medicine cabinet, buzzed on some sweet Merlot from his wine cellar. How else am I ever going to date a single employed guy who hates climbing stairs, loves early dinners, and has all the answers to my constipation issues? And at this point, I'll fit a defibrillator in my purse. I don't give a fuck. Thank you. You guys have been great. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. I've been Megan Warby, and I will probably change my name after this.
Yeah. Everybody, maximum love for Megan, everyone. Awesome. Butter super enjoyed that. She really liked that. Okay, cool. She's my compass on humor. If the hamster doesn't like it, then I don't know. But you did a good job. You did a really good job. She's squeaking. You guys, are we ready for some more comedy? Let me hear you say yeah yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the yes are there. Awesome. So your next comedian is in New York, newly vaccinated, and does roller derby. Keep your energy to the max for your next comedian, Max, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Just little disclaimer here. I am not a very social person. You might have already guessed that from the fact that I do stand-up comedy, but I am very awkward and not particularly confident. Anyhow, tonight I am going to talk about my proudest life achievement, my summer camp's paper plate awards. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a crafts project that the counselors will make to pretend they cared about you. That actually tended to be very accurate. I get things like most likely to be a writer or most likely to be the next Picasso. And like all famous artists, I too am a narcissist, incapable of taking criticism. But seriously, I won those awards because I brought sketchbooks to meals and sports, because the alternative was to interact with people. However, in my second to last year, I started to get a little concerned with what they were seeing in me. Admittedly, it was not a good time. I'd had a rough year in school, and I think it bled into the summer. At one point, a lifeguard made a bet with our swim group, and when he tried to back out, I straight up blackmailed him. A 20-something-year-old with a six-pack gave up his dessert for a week because I told him to. I did that. At one point, we had a Hunger Games themed activity, and I got so intense, they actually called it off. One guess who won? Now, did I have any friends after that? No. Do I regret it? Also no. So anyways, paper plate awards. Most people will get something about their hobbies or a future career, and I actually wasn't an exception to that rule. I got most likely to take over the world by age of 17. I was 12, you guys. That was my first 5-year plan.
Yeah.
To be clear, they did not mean that in a good way. It wasn't some, oh, you're a natural leader, you're so likable, you'll do great in politics. Actually, that would have been bad too, but point is, it's expecting me to become a dictator. And by the way, with paper plate awards, you try to guess which award goes to who. And when they read out when they suggested that there was a future dictator in our cabin, everyone was pointing at me. They didn't even need to finish. Most likely to take over the world, Max. And I was kind of shocked because I was very well liked that year. I mean, I drew all my counselors as princesses, and then for the next 2 weeks, I had them all in the palm of my hand. And as I say that out loud, I realized bribing an authority figure is actually a very dictatory thing to do, as was the blackmail and the willingness to sabotage my own allies. That was something. But I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, the next year I actually got something much kinder. It admittedly was not very accurate. I ended up with most likely to be a comedian. That's not very accurate, I know. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's like they didn't know me at all. Obviously, they were way off base about the world domination thing, too. And if you're wondering what happened to me that year that led me to act like a future military dictator, I'd started middle school.
Yeah.
So much for your time. Be sure to vote Max in the next presidential election.
Yeah, everybody, hashtag vote Max. Everybody give it up for Max one more time. That was amazing. I am legitimately terrified and also very intrigued. Show me your ways. All right. I absolutely, positively love everybody you've seen so far, and then we're gonna move into our pre-recorded session. You guys, this is great. Sometimes our comedians can't make the show, but they are so dedicated that they will send in a tape. Okay, so your next comedian coming all the way from Australia, new to stand-up. You can also find her teaching yoga, going on road trips, or making fresh guacamole. Please, everyone, put your left and your right together for Britt from Down Under.
All right, we are sharing. Yeah, the reason Britt couldn't make it is that it's like a different. She lives on pretty much a different planet. So here we go. Hold on.
Hello, Down Under, and no.
You got it?
Yep.
Nope, no, you didn't have it.
All good. Here we come.
This is our post-COVID world.
I do not have the kangaroo, but I do sleep with my
Let me just go back a little bit. There we go.
Hello, everyone. It's Britt from the land down under, and no, I do not have the kangaroo, but I do sleep with my koala bear at night. It is 8 p.m. for you guys, but it's 9:30 a.m. for me, so I'm probably on my way to uni to get my koala-fication. I did forget to put my pants on. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy some quality jokes. You know what? No pants? Oh, no worries. Because I am living on my own. Yep, I'm a full grown-up, so shut up, you silly poo-poo heads. I'm quite fond of living on my own because there's no pressure to do the dishes at night or tidy your desk or keep the lounge room clean or keep the house plants alive or deal with any dirty housemates or wear any pants. Living on your own is like being a kid who goes on the Ferris wheel by themselves. It's fun, it's freeing, it's adventurous, but there gets a point where you just have to stop and shout, "Stop the ride! I want my mom!" And of course, once you get off the ride and you're back living with your parents, there gets a point where your mum's neurotic cleaning habits and constant telling you what to do pushes you to stop and shout, "Fuck this! I want to get back on the road!" I'm in a much better place than I was 2 months ago since moving out of my old house where my housemate had turned the place into a Metallica mosh pit crossed with a junkyard, toner factory, and a fart chamber.
Toenail factory.
Like doing a swimming lung buster challenge just to get to the only safe place in the house, my bedroom. I refuse to mention his name because I still get triggered to this day. The trauma is still quite fresh. So let's just call him Dirty Feet Dude. Also, his name is Dan, and I hate that dude. One of the most shitty things he did was turn the shared lounge room into his man cave. Yep, there was beer bottles, his guitar collection, breadcrumbs spilled everywhere due to his inability to put bread into his mouth and chew it like an adult. And yep, knives on the coffee table because he found a newfound love of filleting fish while watching Netflix. No, seriously, the lounge room became like a crime scene. He left a sweat stain on the floor shaped like this because he made it with his sweaty butt. I came home and he was lying belly down on the floor, and I was like, ooh, is he dead? And I knew he was just drunk again. We agreed that we would take it in turns to clean the kitchen, but it would only stay clean for exactly 8 hours and 32 minutes on average before he would have his 6-course brunch. He would make hummus and spill hummus all over the bench. He would make toast and spill breadcrumbs all over the bench. He would make a smoothie and then fucking break my Vitamix. Those things are ridiculously expensive, dude. It's times like these that I'm really grateful to be a yoga teacher because instead of trying to rip his hummus smoothie slurping face off, I can just learn to breathe, let it go, breathe. Just 2 more months left of the lease. Okay, breathe. Just pretend he doesn't even exist. He's not here. Okay, breathe. And stop the ride. I want my mom. And she came over to help me clean because there's just way too much dirt everywhere because Dirty Dan didn't think shoes were necessary. So we did some mother-daughter mop bonding and some serious plotting. We came up with a plan called Disposing of Dirty Dan. Don't worry, it wasn't going to be a murder. I mean, is it even a murder if there's no evidence? Just kidding, but we did have a plan to dispose of him out of the property. I forgot to mention that my mum was the landlord of the house, so she sent this email to both Dan and I saying that she was selling the place and needed us both out in 2 months' time. The last month living with Dirty Dan was kind of like a mixture between a strange breakup and an awkward dating phase. Just packing my stuff. You want to keep my book? Oh, wow. Thanks. Hey, got you a moving out gift card from Kmart, just in case you want to, start fresh somewhere with some new stuff. Oh, yeah. Thanks. You want to find a new place to move out and rent together? Thanks. Yeah, about that. I'm gonna move in with my family friend from primary school that I did dance with. Her name's Viola. Oh, well, okay. I see how it is. I just had to get the fuck away from any residue farts, breadcrumbs, hummus, sweaty bum stains, fillet knives, and that shit stays with you, no matter how far away you go. And now I'm here in my new apartment, and it's really, really great. Funny story about all that, my camera died just as I was about to end the set. And I can breathe, have a good time. Wait, do you guys smell that? Dirty Dan? Stop the ride! I want my mom! Thanks, guys. I'm Rich. Woo! Have a good rest of the set. Woo!
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God, the theatrics.
Oh my
I've-
God,
I've-
that was amazing.
I feel like I was transported. I feel like I was absolutely transported to another time and place. Yeah, cute shorts, exactly, is what I thought as well. Okay, you guys, moving on to our next comedians. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. Keep in mind that you can hang out with us at Zoom. Hang out with us at Gold whenever you want. Go to gold.com, get more information, how to do this your own self. Okay. All right. Cool. Your next comedian, you guys, coming to the Zoom room stage is artist and professional degenerate, also from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, our neighbors to the north. Please, everyone, give it up for Emma.
Woo! Yeah, straight from Canada. I'm starting to wish I filmed this because that looked pretty fucking cool. But nope, we're doing it live. Hello. As also said, my name is Emma, aka Bike Messenger Peter Pan. I confuse a lot of people because like the body and face say boy child, but the tattoos say still old enough, you know? Yeah. People love to ask me what like all my tattoos mean. What do your tattoos mean? I mean, what do they mean? They mean that I love pain and hate money. And I guess that's like, doesn't get more elaborate than that. I don't know if you know this, but like, holy shit, tattoos are fucking expensive. Oh my God. They cost a lot of money. I should know that because I am a tattoo artist. Yeah, like it's literally my fault. But I'm still shocked every day that my clients are willing to pay me to essentially just like fuck them up for a few hours on a Tuesday, you know? Like, I'm gonna give you a breakdown of every client consultation. It's like, short version is like, hey, Emma, I'd love for you to carve into my neck for 3 hours using the sharpest implements that you have while I try not to barf and scream the whole time. And I'm like, only if you gave me $800. And they're like, great, I'll come tomorrow. Shocked every time. I love my job. I just really wish that I like were a sadist, you know, because like just, well, it's a great job if you want to torture people. It's really good for that. Fuck. I mean, but I'm not. And sometimes I just like imagine the situation where I am, and I'm just cackling maniacally while carving an infinity sign into someone's ribs, you know, like, are you still living, laughing, and loving now, Kelly? Yeah. Like, every day I don't do that feels like just a waste of potential, you know? Fuck. Like, what other jobs are there that give you that much freedom to just make people suffer every day, all the time? The only one, like, the closest I can think of is actually when I worked as a barista at Starbucks. Yeah. Fuck, man. Do you know how many days I just ruined at that job? You'd be amazed by the deep, like, psychological damage a wrong coffee order does to a person. Right? We've had those days where like everything in our life is going wrong, and you're like this far away from a seismic meltdown. Well, some people in those days decide to go to Starbucks. And piece of advice: if you're feeling that way, don't go to Starbucks. Don't do that, because like you're just putting your hopes on this coffee that's made by the 21-year-old recent philosophy grad who opened it. You know, they maybe opened at 5 a.m. after binge drinking till 3. You know, I will fuck up your order. I'm going to do that. The more you need it to be perfect, the worse I'm going to make it. That's just how the universe works. I can't control it. And because of that, I remember the vivid sensation of handing someone just like regular ass latte, you know, they said no foam. And when we just look each other in the eye, and I can just see their brain just break and just gone. And I know that like to her, like my small fuck up is just proof that the universe is in fact evil and unkind, right? Like I've just done that to her, right? Fuck, man, poor Kelly. Like, she woke up late. She went to divorce court. She's running behind for a job interview. Her fucking infinity sign tattoo is spelled wrong, and like, and now there's foam on her latte, and that, it's like straw meat, camel meat back, fuck. Fuck, poor Kelly, and there I am just like, how do you like this foam now, Kelly? All right. Thank you so much. That's my time. I'm Emma Davey, and I'm going back to Australia now. Have a good night.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait. Are we all going to Australia? What's going on? Hold on.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's take a group trip, you guys. I got the Fauci ouchie. I'm ready to go. Let's do anything. Let's lick a doorknob. Let's do it. You guys. That was Emma. Let her hear it one more time. And y'all, are we gonna have Pride this year? Is that gonna happen? I mean, I still had it last year, just with myself. Can we take it to the streets, though? Can we take it to the streets? I don't know. Anyway, you guys, your next comedian coming to the Zoom room stage is all the way in LA. She just got her first vaccine yesterday and is currently shoeless. Please give it up for Fi, everyone. Fi, come to the mic.
Hello. My name is Fi Kenzie, and I'll be your liaison into the world of transgender comedy. It's like normal comedy, it's diverse, found everywhere, and taken as a personal offense by religious extremists. I don't know about any of you, but I often find myself riding the gentle peaks and valleys of life's little ups and downs, don't we all? On occasion, I like to think that I'm a gift to the world, but most of the time I know I'm really just the box. Like, sometimes I've got really great stuff inside of me. Other times I'm used for dildo storage. And sometimes, just sometimes, the really great stuff inside of me is a dildo. Of course, life can't always be great. There's only so much space inside of us for dildos. We all get those lows, though, don't we? When I get there, I turn to my vices, as I'm sure a lot of us do. I watch TV and occasionally partake of some light substance abuse. I watch all different kinds of critically acclaimed shows. I don't have any critically acclaimed genre I'm more partial to. I try to get an even dose of queer, doctor, family, and action shows. Murder shows, though, are like weed to me, in that I don't usually smoke, but when I do, I only smoke the good stuff, the critically acclaimed stuff. Like Obsessed Mistress Homicide, where the cheating husband has been leading a double life for months, but it was actually the wife all along, based on a true story level stuff. Which also happens to be the name of the strain that I smoke. I don't drink, so most of the time I am a sober Sally, but don't you worry. I still know how to talk to alcoholics. See, I drink pickle brine like it's liquor. I know those two things don't sound immediately similar, but let me just say this. I prefer 2 fingers of a nice small batch lacto-fermented full sour straight up with a bay leaf twist and a dillweed garnish. Now, all the drinkers out there are thinking, I know exactly what you mean, and I don't like it. Which is understandable. I'm co-opting your jargon. But there are a lot of similarities. My tequila worm is the hot pepper at the bottom of the pickle jar. There are craft pickles where they'll have the traditional ingredients of dill, peppercorns, and maybe garlic, but they'll add their own interesting ingredients like a grape leaf, honey, or horseradish, which can really provide a fuller body and a nice finish. And in the same way that root beer doesn't really count as beer, bread and butter pickles don't really count as pickles. Like, yeah, there are words associated, but what kind of sick joke are you trying to make here? It's a sweet cucumber, okay? I know too much about pickles. I know that. I just have to say this. My name is Fi Kenzie, and I am a pickle addict. Just so you know, the rest of my set will be entirely about pickles, and if you don't like it, you're just gonna have to full sour dill with it.
Ah.
My dalliance with the great green bumpy boys goes all the way back to my youth. Before I could drink, I was getting wasted on pickle brine. I'd come home from middle school, sit down with a jar of brine, add salt and pepper, sip it until the whole thing was gone, and just forget the rest of the night. I grew up in Arizona, so natural dehydration plus 400% daily intake of sodium minus any water at all equals blackout. I have since wrangled my addiction a bit, although if I get really stressed, I genuinely have a hard time not thinking about single pickles in my area. If you can't tell yet, I love pickles. Love. And it's a problematic love, but don't worry. I've never fucked myself with a pickle. The great stuff inside of me has never been a pickle. They're far too soft. I have bottomed for a cucumber though, and yes, I did pretend it was a pickle the whole time. I've also jerked a gherkin, corn cobbed a cornichon, and been a shiksa for a kosher dill. And I have topped a pickle as well, which is the number one reason why I'm getting a vaginoplasty. I need to make sure I never do that again. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of transgender comedy. As you can see, it's the same as normal comedy, talking about sex, drugs, and pickle fucking. My name is Fi Kenzie. Thank you.
Yes, everyone, make lots of noise for Fi, and also let's take a moment of silence for that pickle. I don't know, I don't actually need more information about that at all. We're gonna move right along. Now, you guys, this is our last comedian, but most certainly not our least. Okay, you guys, I want everyone to put all of the energy that they have stored up for our next comedian, because this is their first stand-up show ever. They are from Ohio, and by watching this right now, you are making history. Okay, so let's put our left and our right together. Let's make sound come from our hands and from our mouth for Nick. Everyone, give it up for Nick.
Hi. So, first off, I'm asexual, which for those who don't know, that means I feel no sexual attraction towards anyone. Oh, so.
No.
Oh, is it good now?
You're
good.
perfect.
Okay. Hi. So, first off, I'm asexual, which for those of you who don't know, that means I feel no sexual attraction towards anyone, which, considering all this, probably for the best. I know what you're all thinking. No sex? Wow, that must be so lonely. Not true, actually. Asexuals can have perfectly happy, healthy, fulfilling relationships. I don't, but others do. I found that in comedy, even if I'm not famous or anything, I still feel a lot of pressure to be a good spokesperson for the asexual community. Not make jokes that rely on any hacky stereotypes. Which is fortunate because we don't have any. Gays have musical theater, lesbians have Home Depot, asexuals, nothing. We're basically the Frank Stallone of the queer community. Even if you know we exist, we inspire no strong feelings whatsoever. It's so bad, we have to share our letter in the acronym with ally. I don't like that. Feels like attending a fancy dinner party where the host makes you sit in a lazy boy. We don't even have a slur. I first knew that I knew for sure that I was asexual when I watched porn for the first time, and I realized, wow, this sucks. It's like when you watch The Wire because everyone says how good it is, so you watch it, and it sucks. So you watch more, hoping that it gets better, and it really sucks. And I think part of the reason I felt that way was because before that, the only sex scene I knew was the one from the Terminator, because of course. And even if it didn't do anything for me, it was beautiful and heartfelt. Just two people coming together in a union of joy and love and comfort. Then you see sex in real life and it's just. That's all I got. Thank you so much.
Nick!
Yeah. Oh my, give it up for Nick, everyone. Give it up, give it up. And also, keep that energy going for everyone else you've seen this evening. We've had Emma, we've had Fi, we've had Megan, we've had Nick, we've had Max. Everybody, keep it. One more round of applause for everybody. Yes, and then all the way from Australia down under, we've had Brit, so we'll make sure Brit gets all this love that you guys sent to her as well. That has been our show, everyone. I'm so proud of everybody who performed. I'm so proud of everybody who showed up. Thank you guys. This was an excellent show. And once again, if you are interested in hearing more about Gold Comedy, go to goldcomedy.com and sign up for our newsletter. All right, lots of fun stuff happening every single month. Okay, so the way I like to end these things is everybody reach out, touch your camera, poke me. Let's all poke each other. Yeah, we can do this in person soon.
And please
Yeah.
also follow Elsa Just Elsa on all the things. And give it up again for Elsa, your host.
Thank you. Why, thank you.
And Elsa's the one who these folks all started funny, and Elsa helped them get extra funny. So give it up again for Elsa.
Yeah, I just did a couple of things. It's all right. It's okay. All right. Okay. A little more. Okay. All right. Stop. Okay. A little more. Okay. Stop. All right. You guys, thank you so much for showing up. We've had a great evening with you. Please get back to your sofas safely. Please drive to the next room carefully. We've had a great time, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.
Great job, everyone.
Bye. Great job, everybody. Woo!